Hi everybody, this is my video on what I've recently learned about cream products, which has been very surprising. Usually I use powder, as many people do. I use usually powder highlighter and contour, blush, bronzer. But I noticed that over the years, last couple of years, because of my pores and my rosacea, my mild rosacea, no matter what I used, it just seemed to emphasize it, and I've been getting pretty frustrated. I've tried brushes, I've tried sponges, I've tried wetting them and not wetting them, I've tried everything I can think of. And lately I've been watching different YouTube videos, and I've watched Tati Westbrook and a couple others, and they've talked about using wet cream products before putting on any type of powder, of course, so it doesn't get cakey and everything. And I know I was digging through some of my stuff that I've had that it's called by Bitzy, I believe. It's a cream highlighter. It's really nice. I think this is, it's called Bitzy from Sally Beauty. My daughter bought this and I've been using it. I like it a lot. I don't have much on now. I've had my makeup on for 6 hours and I barely touched this. But let me put a little on and then use my sponge to make it a little better. I really like this. Sometimes when you use cream, if it's not emphasized enough, you could then take your highlight, your dry highlight, and just go over it and make it a little bit more. I really like these cream products. I'm very surprised. I'm also been using the Wet n Wild contour stick, and it really works. I mean, I went around this way here. I really like it, and I don't know the color because I don't have my glasses on, but it's 805. I don't know if this is their darkest one. It might be. It's more like a chocolate, but when you put it on, it really starts to melt into the sponge. I also have my Wet n Wild blush, which I was given and I don't really use, and I noticed when I tried to use that one, it blended out beautiful. I have the contour. I can't find my bronzer right now, my liquid bronzer. I have no idea. It must be in the other room. I also have Clinique Chubby Stick Cheek Coloration Balm. This one is also beautiful. I've noticed when I've been using these the last couple days, this one's, look at that. I mean, I used it off and on for the last year. It's hard to, because it's so down there. Yeah, it's so hard. I gotta use a brush with this. It blends so effortlessly. All of these products, after using my foundation, my liquid foundation, it's really strange. I've always used powders, and now that I'm using the liquids, or the sticks and everything, it's weird how they really go on my face really nice. They blend in, and I'm noticing that my pores are not looking bigger. They're not as emphasized. And also another thing, what I did was when I put on my foundation and I do my under eyes, my under eye concealer and everything else, what I've been doing is only using Coty Airspun or any powder that I have from CoverGirl or from from Laura Geller. I've been only going a little bit on my T-zone here and putting a little powder here and here. I haven't been setting my whole face with powder. I use a little bit on the under eye after my concealer is dry, after it's not tacky, and I haven't been putting any powder on here at all. And I noticed the powder hasn't been, of course, I haven't had anything accentuated. The strange thing is, I know I always stay away from mineral powders because I've seen them in the past. I've had a lot of issues. But I've bought different powders. I've used Coty, I use Too Faced, I've used Wet n Wild, I've used CoverGirl, a whole bunch of them. And no matter really what I used, excuse me, it was just not doing what I wanted. And these cream products just go over really nice, and they don't emphasize. I don't know if they don't emphasize because of the primer I've been using, or excuse me, I'm getting a cold, or is it because I'm just using blush, creams don't emphasize the rosacea and the larger pores. And some of my scars that I have, I noticed that the powder has sometimes emphasizes it. It's very strange. I've never had this before, so now that I know that this works, something works for me, I'm going to stick with I'm going to stick with these kind of products. I'm going to try a couple different companies that use contour and blush and cream highlight. It seems to be working really good for me, and these companies really have done they've done a really good job, because it goes on real nice, and it goes in, and it doesn't turn around, and it doesn't. I've noticed that these haven't been patchy, which some of my like the Koki that I reviewed in one of my last videos, the Koki powdered highlight and bronzer were patchy, and they were very dusty, but I was using it, and sometimes you could just get away with it. You really have to work it in with a sponge or work it in with a brush, and I can get the patchiness to go away, but it's a little bit of effort, and that just adds on to your 30-45 minute makeup routine, in between doing, trying to make it not look patchy. You're hoping that your products underneath don't slide, your foundation doesn't rub off. But this is what I found lately. I'm very surprised. I'm going to continue to use cream products, and as I get more and I evaluate them and wear them a couple days, I'll give you guys another video on how well they're doing. I'm totally shocked. I've always been a powder person, because that's most of the videos you see is about being a powder person, and nothing really worked, and it always just ticked me off, and I said, there's got to be something better. And I didn't think cream would be the greatest, because I figured it would just sit in the pores and really emphasize and just kind of like chunk, it and lay there. But that I should have thought that wouldn't happen, because my foundation doesn't do that, and that's liquid. So these are creams. Why? They blended. So the foundation I'm using is a combination of the Fit Me Dewy Foundation by Maybelline, and I have to use it in a combination of Wet n Wild. I have to mix it because the Fit Me 120 is too dark, and I've been using the Soft Ivory and Wet n Wild. I've been using these products for the last couple weeks. I know I'm gonna buy another one. I'm probably gonna try the NYX, the new one that just came out from Ulta, the NYX Longwear, whatever it's called. I'm gonna buy that in a couple days. I'm gonna wear it for a week before I give my true evaluation of it, and I'll make another video, so look out for that one. But this is really wow. I'm just like blown away the last couple days using these cream products and realizing, oh my goodness, what have I been missing? Why didn't I do this sooner? It's just, because I even put it down here. I put the bronzer and a little bit of contour, and I noticed in the car mirror, the line wasn't emphasized. Sometimes, like my powders do, I really go down the neck, but sometimes my powders just look a little, I don't know, I get that ring. But with this, it was very strange, and I went and I did it really, really well, and I worked it in on the jawline. I got in the car, and you know how harsh the light is with a car. I didn't have that line, which is really, really weird. So I'm going to continue to use cream products, and I'll update with another video. Maybe I'll use some higher end products and see how they work. If they don't work that great, I'm going back to Wet n Wild. You can't beat it for the price, and it's really good. I mean, the Wet n Wilds, I think, are both of these were gifts, but I think they're about $3.99 or $4.99, and you get tons of product, and they're creamy, they're smooth, as I was showing you. And wow, I mean, I can't, like this one right here, the contour stick. I'm just gonna push on it a little bit with this, and this is slightly damp. I mean, it just, I mean, it just blends so beautifully. And here is the blush. I mean, the blush just sinks in really, really. It's crazy. This is so lightly dampened. It's got a little bit of dampness on it from a few hours ago. I know it's hard to see on camera, but this just slides right in, and I just, wow, I love it. I can't keep saying enough, but that's what I learned about all these cream products, and I'm going to make another video, and I'll continue to show you how great it looks and how it helps me with my mild rosacea that I have right here, and I have large pores, and I have scarring, up here, and I have a scarring a little bit over here, and I have part of a scar under here on my chin this way. So thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you the next time. Thank you.